Hello, and welcome, my friends, to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you can stay consistent with your marketing and reach more customers. My name is Penny, and I'm going to be your guide through this content development process to teach you how to create engaging content to post on your social media, sales pages, email sequences, all of those things that you use to help you reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below in the description box, there are several links. One of the links that you'll see is for the Content Calendar Blueprint program. This is an email-based training, and it's going to guide you through not just how to develop your content calendar, how to set it up, what goes into it, but I'm going to show you how you can actually develop a strategy to make sure that your content calendar works, and so that you can figure out which content that you should be using in your content calendar. Another link that you can see, that you'll see down there, is that you can join us in the Marketing Strategy Collective program. This is my group program on Patreon, where you can personally go through this process of developing remarkable content, and you can work with me in a supportive group online space and see what happens with your marketing strategy when you finally get the help that you need. So you see the links below, and you know what to do to learn more. All right, so today's video, we're going to still talk about email marketing, but what I want to focus on today is I want to talk about that thing called a lead magnet, freebie, email opt-in. All of those words combined are one thing. It's the thing that helps you grow your email list. It's the thing that you can create where you actually move somebody from taking action to go to your website to taking action to getting onto your email list, so that you can continue communicating with them past them just reading a blog post or looking at one of your sales pages. So let's get into this today. And the first thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about the idea of this lead magnet, and that a lot of people think that they don't need a lead magnet because they don't have a great big list. But here's the thing. The lead magnet is the thing that grows the list. So if you think about it like this, so like your email list is like some big networking party, right? And maybe you've got 5 people in there, and they're standing back in the corner, and they're introducing themselves, and they're making small talk, and that's fine. But you want more than just 5 people show up to your networking event. So you've got to send out an invitation. You've got to tell people to join the event. Your lead magnet is that invitation. It's the thing that says, oh, I want in on that. I want to be a part of that. I want to participate in that. I want to know more about that. And that is the point of the lead magnet. It's not just about how big can I get my email list to grow. It's about making sure that you are bringing qualified people who are interested in your services and your products, or whatever it is that your business is solving with their challenges, and that you're bringing people into this email list with the potential to be customers. So a lead magnet is basically a free resource, a tool, an experience, like a webinar series or an email, download or something like that, an offer to exchange to get somebody on your email list. It's not just free stuff. So I don't want you to think about it like that, because if that was just if that was the way that this worked, we would all be just throwing, free stuff here, free stuff here, free stuff there, and we would be just making, tons of people joining our list. And that's not the case, because that's not how it works. You want your you want your lead magnet to be something valuable, something that people would have paid money for. And if you think about it, let's go back to my networking group example, right? The lead magnet is like the first handshake in the networking group. It's you standing there at the front door as they're walking into the networking event, sticking your hand out and saying, "Hi, I am so-and-so, and this is what I do." This is what your lead magnet does, and that is the point of it. And a lead magnet can be something like a checklist. It could be like a template that people fill, download and then they can fill in. It could be like a mini training, like an email series that they could get. It could be a resource guide, something like that. So it doesn't have to be one particular thing, but the idea of this lead magnet is you want it to solve one specific problem and do it quickly. So you want it to think about it from that place, because not every service, not every product is something that's a quick win, but the lead magnet needs to be a quick win. You need to have them download this and to see some kind of result from it, to see some kind of, either it was a mindset shift, or whether they learned a new productivity tool, or whether they were able to finally, learn how to create better email marketing. whatever it is, the thing that your lead magnet is doing, it needs to solve this one problem and do it in a quick win. So if we think about it from that place, if we think about how we want this lead magnet to be set up, and we think about what we're doing, the idea behind this is our lead magnet and bringing people into the email list. You build trust faster, because now they're experiencing this value from whatever the free resource that they've downloaded or they've signed up for. And you haven't even asked for the sale. They've already experienced a win. They've already experienced a positive feeling behind, that worked, or I would have paid money from that. It was those kinds of moments are really, really good lead magnets. And the lead magnet's going to help you grow your list intentionally. As I said earlier in this episode, it's about bringing qualified people in there instead of just random people. You get people who have already basically raised their hand and say, yes, please, sign me up. I want to be in here. And that's an important thing. And when we think about it from that place too, and I want to bring this point into it as we're talking about lead magnets, the idea behind your lead magnet is not to get everybody who signs up. You want people to say, no, that's not for me, or yes, that is completely for me. Because when people can actually say, no, that's not something I'm interested in, or my goodness, yes, I want that, they become self-selecting and qualifying themselves. Because those people who are like, oh my God, I totally want this is totally for me and my business, it's going to help me, those are the people who are going to see the value in the lead magnet. They're going to see the value in the work that you do, and they see the value in the products and the services that you sell. And that's how it's going to make it much, I don't want to say the easiest way, but it's going to lead them down a path to purchase even more so than if they just were like, I don't know if I really wanted this or not, but I signed up for it. So if we think about it from that place, we're growing our list intentionally. And as we're growing our list, your email list is a tremendous marketing asset because you own this. Social media, with all of its amazing, reach and impressions and all of the things that it can do for your business and your marketing, social media can also cause us negative things, trying to figure out the algorithm, not showing up in the feed, not getting anybody to even notice our messages, let alone act on them. Your list is something that you control. Your list is the thing that when you decide to send out a message, you send out a message. We're going to show up in people's inboxes because we're going to show up in people's inboxes. It has nothing to do with an algorithm. So I want you to look at it from that place and why it is so important to think about growing your email list. So let's double down here about this idea of creating this, amazing lead magnet that's going to actually qualify people. And the best way we can start this is when we think about the resource or the freebie, the lead magnet words you want to fill in, email opt-in, all of that stuff. When you think about it, I want you to start from this one place. I want you to think about who your customers are, what their challenges are, and what is a quick win problem that you could create your lead magnet around. Ask yourself, what's one thing that my customers are struggling with that I can help them solve in 10 minutes or less? That's a good way to phrase this. And then when you answer that question, it could be, again, a checklist, it could be a template, it could be a resource, it could be a quick training. That's what we're looking for here. We're looking for it to be in the format that they're going to actually consume, that they're going to want to download, whether it's a PDF, a short video, an audio training. Choose what's easiest for them to use, not just for you to make. So think again about who your customers are. Are they visual type people so they want to see a video? Or would they much rather listen to an audio training like a podcast? Or are they the type of people who just need a checklist that they can download and fill in the blanks on a worksheet kind of thing? So I want you to look at it from that place, because that's also understanding who your customers are. And when we think about what we're going to do, what we're going to solve, I want to repeat that question again, because I thought it was really, really strong question, and I'm going to keep saying this again. Your lead magnet is going to be about, what's one thing my customers struggle with that I can help them solve in 10 minutes or less. So if we start from that place and then we figure out which format that we're going to use, we want to make sure that we make this lead magnet so good that they would pay for it. You want them thinking, if this is what she's giving me for free, imagine what it's like to work with her one-on-one. Imagine what it would be like to join her group program. Imagine what it would be like to buy this product, or to, participate in this, service, or whatever it is. That's what you're looking for here. You want it to be that good. You want it to have that much value that people would say, I would have paid you for this thing. And as you put all this together, make sure that you're adding your personality in. It is so easy for us to go into ChatGPT or to go into Claude or any of these other AI programs out there and then say, here, this is what I want to do it for me. And then you copy and paste it, and it sounds like AI. So I want you to make sure, there's nothing wrong with getting AI to help you with brainstorming, to help you come up with ideas, but this is your content. Make sure that the copy speaks like you do. If you need to go back through this copy, whatever AI produced for you, and change your wording around so it sounds more like you instead of like some sort of corporate brochure, you want to make sure that you've got that. And when you've got it all together like that, make sure that you are promoting it. Don't just leave it there on your website and just cross your fingers and hope that somebody's gonna, stumble on your website because you're promoting a blog post or you're promoting a sales page. You need to start promoting your lead magnet. Think about your lead magnet as another piece of content. If you had a new blog post out, or if you had a video series out, you wouldn't just leave it. You would share it. You would share it on LinkedIn. You could share it on Pinterest. You could be sharing it on Instagram. You could be sharing it on all of these places. So the same thing goes for your lead magnet. Put a link to it in your social media bios, especially like your LinkedIn page or Instagram or TikTok. Any of those places you can put a link to something. Put a link to that lead magnet. Make sure on your content posts, you could always, promote it like you would a piece of content, just like you would schedule in your marketing messages into Instagram, or scheduling in your time when you're going to be talking about things on LinkedIn. One of the things that you're going to start promoting on your content calendar is your lead magnet. You could share a tip from it in a content post, and you could say, get the full guide here, with the call to action being, download this for free right now. You could put this in your email signature. So every email that you send out to somebody, at the very bottom of it has a freebie that somebody could click on. Make sure that you promote it in any place that you show up. If you're on a podcast, or if you're on a webinar, if you do interviews and somebody says, is there anything that we could do? How can we help you? Always, if you notice in the description box, here's some free stuff. Here's your free stuff that you can offer, that you can get people to, see the value of the work that you do. Another thing that you can do is the pop-up banner on your website. I know a lot of people are just like, oh, that is so annoying. I would never do that. It's not annoying. It's called visibility. And let me tell you, it actually works. It really, really does work. So, hold your tongue on that one if that one's bothering you to use it, and use a website banner or a pop-up or however your site is set up, because it's going to be very, very helpful for you. Anybody who shows up to your website will immediately see this information and know that they can get onto your list. So think about it from that place. So you want to make sure that you've got this lead magnet in place and you are promoting it, you're sharing it, because if your goal is to grow your email list, you want to make sure as many people that you can reach, that you can invite into your email list using this lead magnet. So as we're going through this whole process, I want to give you one last piece of advice. As you're thinking about your lead magnet, my words of advice for you is, don't overthink it. Because your lead magnet, especially if this is your first one and you've never done one before, it's not your forever lead magnet. What I want you to do right now is I want you to create something that's going to give your ideal customer a quick win. I want you to put it out there and start collecting those emails. And what's going to happen as time goes by and as your business shifts and opportunities open up for you, your lead magnet will change. I think I've lost track. I think I'm on my 10th lead magnet, but I've been in business for 25 plus years, so that's probably more lead magnets than that, but I'll have to double check. But I want you to understand it's not set in stone. You can make changes to it. You can switch it out. You can move this around. But right now, I don't want you to overthink it. I want you to get something up. And if you do have a lead magnet that's not working, go back through these questions that I shared with you. Go back through this process and think about how you can rework that email opt-in or that lead magnet to make sure that you are getting people to act on it and to sign up for your list. You want to start collecting those emails, because what's going to happen is your list is going to start to grow. And generally, it grows one person at a time, especially if you're a small business owner and you just got started with your list. But that's okay, because every single person who joins your list is someone who's telling you, yes, I want to know more about this. I want to hear more about you. I want to know more about what your business does. And that's super, super powerful, my friends. And when we get things like this set up and we get our lead magnet and we start collecting these emails, this is when your future sales can actually start to grow your business. So thank you so much for joining me today. If this episode gave you the push that you need to create your lead magnet for your email marketing campaigns, I would love it if you would hit the like button and then hit that share button with a fellow business owner. And if you are looking for a step-by-step process to develop your own email marketing plan, from the lead magnet to welcome series, all of those types of things that are connected to our email marketing, this month's Marketing Strategy Collective Workbook is about that. It's got tools, it's got prompts, all of those things that you need to build your email strategy. So if you want to join us in the Marketing Strategy Collective and get some marketing strategy prompts and workbooks and support to grow your business, the link is below, and you know what to do to learn more and get the marketing help that you need to stop working in a solo bubble and start working in a collaborative space to help you see real growth in your business. Because you are magnificent, my friend. And let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.